Hey there, do you want to know just how much 1.21 has been broken? Well, don't worry. I'll show you everything. Alright, so the first glitch we're going to do is called two-handed with shield. If you drop a two-handed weapon on the ground, hold the shield out and press Y and A, you can see that Link will start holding a two-handed weapon while he holds his shield. So you can use both at the same time, but that's not doing much. But when this starts doing much is when you combine it with spamming with an animation and spamming ZL. So you can just do this. Link just starts to have a stroke, and I kind of really like this. And you can even do more animations. And we're just gonna die, and we can just repeat the animation of Link taking damage. This is cool because we get an infinite noise machine to annoy your viewers and your ears. So now we're going to do MOB. MOB is a pretty simple glitch, but a really broken one as well. So with MOB, you can get some really weird stuff to happen if you do it right. But what we're going to do is we're going to jump on a ledge, or just like this, and we're going to warp somewhere, and we're going to face toward a wall that's climbable. So this one is climbable. I'm going to try to get as close as possible to the wall without climbing it. This should be good, right? And then we're going to jump and pause while Link is starting to come down. So that was good because Link was, you know, starting to come down, but we're going to just do it one more time so you can clearly see what's going on. And we're going to once again watch a memory, but during the memory we're going to hold up on our joystick, on our left joystick. So I'm holding up right now. You'll see the load will take a really long time, and we're going to unpause and we're going to see some weird stuff happening. And we're out of bounds. So you can do some pretty weird stuff with this glitch. You can do a bunch of stuff, including forcing blood moons. So we're going to set our climbing coordinates over here, or just somewhere in Lookout Landing. So we've set our climbing coordinates. We're going to warp back to Ultra Hand. So we're going to once again do the same sequence of events that we just did. So we're going to get as close as possible to a climbable wall without climbing it. We're going to jump and pause while Link is coming down. So like this, and then we're going to skip a memory while holding up. When I'm gonna unpause, look what's going to happen. So we're going to get the confusion, and we're going to be clipped or not, but we will get the panic blood moon. So that was MOB. Time for a little bit more complicated glitch. We're gonna do arrow smuggle. And what we're going to do is, with some good enough timing, we're going to get on the steering stick exactly as the like eats us. And once again, the game will act weird. So if you've done it right, you should see that you will get eaten by the like, but the camera will not follow where you got eaten, and will just stay there. So once the like kicks us out, we're going to get on a steering stick and then ascend. And then we're going to wait until Link becomes invisible. This is where the game really starts to be weird. As you can see, Link is now invisible. And we're going to switch to a bow using the quick menu, close the menu, reopen the menu, and drop the bow. Now we're going to warp. And as you can see, we'll have a arrow smuggle and a bow on our back, but no bow in our inventory. Make sure to not equip a bow or else you'll ruin it. But yeah, you can see that Link is just holding an arrow. And we can cancel animations with this, including the jump slash animation, which is known as a jump slash cancel. And if you jump, press Y, you'll see that this happens when you have your arrow out. But if you press ZR at the peak of your jump, you'll see that you can enter bullet time anywhere with this. And if you press Y and then ZR again, you can do this infinitely. This is known as infinite height. This is one of the many ways you can achieve infinite height in this game. This infinite height glitch is especially powerful if you combine this with a ceiling. You can get Link to clip through if you shield jump at the right timing. What's especially powerful about this glitch is when you do it without having any stamina or any arrows. You can do this. I failed it. And also, with this glitch, we can bring back one of the oldest glitches in Tears of the Kingdom. You see, if we bullet time close enough to the ground, do a jump slash cancel, this gains us height, which tricks the game into thinking that this is a place where we can dive. And this resets our height position, and we can fall damage cancel. This can also be done without any arrows or stamina, but it's a lot harder. But there we go, we just cancelled our fall damage. So that was arrow smuggle. Let's move on to MTD. But with MTD, if you have one of any item, so let's take an item we have only one of, this hearty truffle. You do a side hop off of anywhere, open the menu, then close out the menu, release R, and open the menu again. You see the drop prompt appears, and you can drop it, and now you'll have one instance of the object in your hand and one on the floor. So now what you do is throw it out, and we have two now, and you can repeat this up to 21 times. So we can just dupe this as much as we want until we hit 21. Now some people might think that we can't do this with gems or bombs or stuff like that, since the gems explode on contact with the ground when you throw them. But there is actually a workaround this, which there's two ways you can work around this. You can throw it out, recall it, and cancel the recall. Then the gem won't blow up, but that's kind of boring. So what if we made that a lot better? Okay, so if we time opening recall properly, we can actually just not throw the ruby at all and keep it. This is known as MTD cancel. MTD canceling is actually used in speedruns because it actually allows you to duplicate rubies while on a wing. As you can see, you can do this while on a wing. Speedrunners, myself included, do this 14 times in a row in order to kill the army. So that was MTD. Let's move on to the Minu minus dupe. This glitch was discovered by Winterboy77. So if you equip Minu, deactivate Minu, then hold 1 to 4 items of the item you want to dupe. The item I want to duplicate is diamonds, so I'm gonna hold out 3 diamonds and then watch 2 memories. And then when we're going to exit the menu, we'll get launched off of Minu, and we'll be holding 3 diamonds in the menu, but not in the overworld. So what we want to do now is just throw those 3 diamonds onto the ground. And you'll see we'll start to get into the negative amounts of diamonds. So once you've thrown all those 3, you should see that Link is holding diamonds, but he isn't actually holding diamonds. But now we're going to hold 1 of any item and just throw it onto the ground. And as you can see, we started with 3 diamonds, and now we have 6. And that was the Minu minus dupe. Now it's time to do item save load transfer. This glitch was discovered by me. Empty up our inventory of these fairies, and while we don't have any of them into our inventory, as you can see I don't have any fairies into my inventory, we're going to make a manual save. Then we're going to unpause and pick them up. This is only so our manual save has no fairies. So if we were to load that save, we could see that we don't have any fairies in that save, but we do have 3 fairies in this save. So as you can see in this manual save, we have 0 fairies. So as you can see, I have 3 fairies here. We're going to quickly set up a place where we can easily die. And we're going to perform the mineral hold smuggle glitch. So as we've done earlier, but this time I'm going to do it with fairies, which is an item I didn't have in that old save. So now we are going to be hold smuggled with 3 fairies. So now we're going to die. We are dead. Once on the title screen, we will press quit and we will go back to title screen. And we are going to continue, and we're going to load the save where we didn't have any fairies. We are going to have the fairies in our hands in the save. And if we hold something random and throw them out, we can smuggle fairies in between saves. So that was ISLT. Now it's time to get serious. So we're going to go back to the like for this. So we'll do the like glitch, and then we're going to equip the item, or in my case, the shield that you'd like to do. So, as you can see, right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 regular Hylian shields. I have 8 regular Hylian shields. So we're going to wait until Link turns invisible again. There we go. And now, to transmutate shields, we're going to switch to the shield we want to do. pause and unpause, unpause and pause, and drop it. Now we're going to watch our memory, exit the menu, and you'll see that the shield that drops behind me is a hidden shield, even though we had dropped the other shield. And now we're going to put down the steering stick, skip through our memory, and after this memory, walk forward and mash A to get onto the steering stick. And as you can see, we have a shield, have this shield equipped, although we don't actually have it equipped because the overworld doesn't like it. And we can just pick up that shield. We've just duped the Hylian shield because now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shields. We still technically don't have the Zora shield, which is something that I find really funny since you can just, you know, walk around like this and shield surf without actually having the shield. D-Link only has it equipped in the overworld. So to cancel this weird effect, just switch to another shield and that should fix it. Okay, now it's time for one of the beasts. Fuse entanglement. To do this, we're going to go find another like. Okay, we have successfully done the glitch. So just walk around until you become invisible. I'll put down a steering stick and we're going to uncall. So to do that, just get on the steering stick like this. We're going to get a rocket out, or like whatever you want to fuse entangle, but I'm going to be using a rocket. And we want to fuse entangle this to anything, but I'm going to choose to fuse entangle it onto a shield. And now we're going to watch our memory to become invisible. Okay, and we're going to equip recall and then press the pause menu. And now we're going to equip fuse. And now the 18th frame after the game unpauses, we want to press ZL. So that was actually first try, that was really impressive. But what we have just done is we have set up fuse entanglement. So now we're going to go on the steering stick. So that's fuse entanglement done. And we can just, so now we have this fuse entangled, which means that it's there, it's not there in the overworld, but it's there in the menu. So now we can fuse this rocket to any weapon, like this. And then we can do one of the oldest glitches in Tears of the Kingdom, also known as Pocket Rocket. Now it is time for the final glitch on our list. For this, we're going to need to once again activate the like stick smuggling glitch. But we're going to set up something. So we're going to be placing down the steering stick and uncalling, and we're going to be setting something special. So we want to put the steering stick here against this wall, and we want a weapons chest. For me, I'll be using Amiibo, but there are some nearby that you can bring before doing the stick smuggling glitch. We're going to make sure we have a full inventory. There we go. And put this along here. And this is just to make sure that the chest we have is a weapons chest. And in my case, it wasn't. Okay, so this time we do have a weapons chest. So we have to make sure we have a full inventory at all times. So now we're going to go gather a couple tree branches. For this first time we want 7. So once we have 7 tree branches, we want to bring them to here, where we've set everything up so far. So now we're going to equip a weapon that and stand in front of the steering stick. We're going to watch your memory to call again. Okay, so once you've done this, you want to switch to another weapon, close the menu, drop it, and then switch to another weapon. Now you want to watch your memory and spam A to get on the steering stick. Now pick up a tree branch, put your back against the wall, and open the chest. Now you want to drop the weapon that you have equipped and then quickly turn in the direction of the steering stick before you become invisible again. And then you want to repeat this until you have no more sticks. Okay, So once we have no more tree wrenches, we're going to get on the steering stick. And we're going to go around, collect 7 more sticks. So once you've collected all the 7 tree wrenches, I'm going to do the glitch 7 more times to empty up the tree wrenches we have once again. So do this glitch again until you have no more tree wrenches. There we go. Now that we've done this 14 times, we are going to load a save, and you should see something weird happen to Link. As you can see, Link is going to start losing some members. He's going to you know, he's not doing alright. And this is called Zugg overload. And you can actually do multiple things in this state. So to get into weird effects, just remove all the armor, equipment, unpause and pause. Re-equip everything, and Link should be back, but at some expense. He'll start losing body parts. Go ahead and make sure you have arrows to do this. Okay, so once you have arrows, if you actually aim to shoot your bow, jump, and switch bow, you will arrow smuggle. So fuse this bow to your weapon, and we have a permanent arrow smuggle, which is what we had shown previously today. But Zugg Overload can do much more than that. If we jump with our bow out and switch to a weapon midair, it will drop on the ground. If we then drop this weapon, equip another one and unequip it, and then pick the weapon up again, we will have a drop smuggle. So, with this drop smuggle, you can have some crazy effects. But the coolest effect of drop smuggle is undoubtedly when you combine a drop smuggle with a cart. If you recall the cart and get on it, you can do this. Now this is fast. It can be used to soar across Hyrule at insane speeds. And also pretty nice advantage of Zugg Overload is that you can easily dupe any piece of equipment. Jump with your bow out and switch bows and pick it up, and you'll have duped a bow. You can do the same with weapons and shields, but make sure you have your bow out and use the pause menu. You'll have duped a weapon. Let's do this with a hiding shield. I've duped a hiding shield. And that was it. Tears of the Kingdom 1.2.1 has been entirely broken thanks to our wonderful glitch hunting community, and I hope it gets even more broken in the future. Until then, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.